dashboard on this computer. Perfect. So yeah, just kind of wanted to maybe start off with, what you was looking for in the product and how I can, show this today.
Yeah. No, well, what I wanted to do is get you to run through the back end of the Acquire infrastructure so that we can understand how it all works. It's a little confusing.
Sure. Okay. Fair enough. So I guess I'll go through kind of tab by tab and kind of go through how conversations start, how they're answered, and I think hopefully that will give some insight into the infrastructure in the back.
Okay.
So, have you installed the widget code yet so that this messenger thing appears on the website?
We've installed
Awesome. Okay.
it on editor.spiff.com.au, not spiff.com.au.
Okay, sure. Okay, got it. So I think the first page you will typically come to once you log in is going to be the home/the dashboard here. This is going to show you any live visitors who are on your website in real time. So for example, you just get a list, you get a bit of information of where they're from. If you have saved their details from previous conversations, the information will appear here as well. So for example, this one has my name to it. So obviously, because I've been on the system for a while. You can also go ahead and start conversations here as well. So if you see a customer, maybe you spoke to them before, you want to reach out, you can go ahead and, for example, go ahead and click start chat. And then you can start a conversation this way here. So I can just, type something here, and then this will send it to me on my front end widget like so. So this is, for example, when you are sending a message to the customer instead of the customer starting a conversation with yourself. Was that clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure. Perfect. So what I'll do now, I'm gonna kind of
while we're there, I can see how it shows your location. Whenever we've been testing it at the moment, the location has been very, 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 very inaccurate, right? It's like, let's say, for example, we're testing here in Melbourne, and I'm testing on one computer and Natasha's on the other computer with the chat. And then one time I connect, it says that I'm in Hobart, which is, 1,000 k's away. And another time it says I'm in Mackay, which is about 3,500 k's away.
Okay. So let me see. There might be a reason to that, and I'm thinking that reason might be wherever, for example, wherever your website, wherever whoever is your network provider, if the IP address is, from a different place, then it will pick it up there. But let me check that for you. Leave that with me. That's something I'd have to check and get back to you on. Is that okay? Hello?
Sorry, you there? I didn't hear. What did you say?
Oh yeah, sorry. Regarding the IP stuff, if I get back to you on that regarding the location, is that okay?
That's fine. Yep.
Okay, awesome. Cool. So in your dashboard screen and your home screen, typically this is the main screen that you want to stay in. This is where, for example, you will see all the customers on the website. This is where all the incoming conversations will come in as well. So for example, let me just close this. If I go ahead and click the messenger, if I just go ahead and do a new conversation, and I'm just going to do transfer, so it sends it to me. So once the customer starts a conversation, it will ping into your dashboard like so. It will arrive as a pending chat, which my I think colleague has just picked up by mistake. So I'm going to just he just picked up by mistake, basically. But have you done any chats like where you've tested it answering a conversation?
Yeah. So the thing that we're trying to get used to is the fact that it keeps older conversations, and you've got to find the conversation that you're on. I think that's really good on desktop, but on mobile, is there a way for us to dumb it down so it only shows the current conversation?
So what you can do, for example, if I just go ahead and go back to my dashboard and go to settings, let me just go to functionality. So what you can do is just do a single thread. So what this would do is, instead of having multiple conversations, you would just, like, for example, like on WhatsApp or like Facebook Messenger, you just have a single thread, and the most recent conversation will show up first.
Yes, that's okay.
Yeah.
Great. That's that because it's less confusing.
Sure. You just go to single thread here and just check that. So just to confirm, that's in settings, and then you go to widget settings and then functionality, and then just check this box here.
Awesome. Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
That saves, because
Okay.
what we're noticing is that when we're on mobile, it's like a separate screen. So when a person clicks live chat and then they end the live chat, it goes back to the conversation screen, and then they've got to go back to get back to the editor.
Sure. I agree.
It
Carry
takes
on.
the entire screen, so you obviously can't see the editor.
Sure. No, that makes sense. I think we made it so they made it because I think it just kind of caters to do two scenarios. And also, just to kind of, was there anything else that you wanted me to kind of cover right now as well?
No, just keep going through, and as you do, we'll let you know of things that we've sort of seen, like some clarification.
Sure. Yeah, makes sense. I'm just going to go ahead and start a new conversation. 1 second. So let's go ahead and do that. And once that comes in, you just simply go to answer chat. And that's pretty straightforward, I see. On this screen here, for example, on the agent side, was there anything that you wanted me to check? For example, this way you save the details. Co-browsing. Have you tested the co-browser or anything out?
So I can ask them for their email and then just save it in here?
Exactly, yes. You can ask for the email and then save it in here as well. A phone number, name. Remarks is just if there's any notes you want to leave, then you can just leave them in here as well.
So we could do it that way, or we could set up chatbot like a what do you call it? An automated chatbot to extract their email address.
Agreed. Yes. Sometimes, so we have customers who kind of set it up so they ask for an email address before the conversation starts, and then sometimes they want to do it whilst during the conversation. So we do it whilst during conversation. But
do you integrate into Salesforce?
Yes, we do integrate into Salesforce. I can send you a video on that as well. So what you can do is, it's not in my account at the moment. What you can do is you can, for example, synchronize any data into Salesforce straight away. If you have any, like, for example, custom fields in Salesforce, they would also be displayed here. So let me just write a note on that to send you the Salesforce video.
Yeah, because what we had when we had Snap Engage, what we had was we had it integrated into our Salesforce, and it would create basically a case within Salesforce every time the user created a conversation, and then it would send an email with the conversation to the user, and it would save the conversation in the Salesforce account.
Sure.
Also, the important thing was we didn't have to ask for people's emails if they were logged in, because when they were logged in, the email address was known to us Snap Engage had a way of extracting that. So I'd be able to see if a person was logged into our platform, I'd be able to see who it is, the name and everything would come up.
Okay. Sure. So the way that works is, right, it's not actually using Salesforce. So we have the same thing, right? If I just minimize this for a second and I just go to my settings and I go to installation and web. So it's called capture and update customer details in real time. So it's the same thing for us, right? When customers log into Acquire, they capture the information from the cache memory in the browser, and then that displays the name for us straight away. So for example, if I go back to my home screen and I kind of just scroll down, like I can see this customer, is one of our customers. I can see the information, and this is not coming from Salesforce or anything. It just comes from the cache, and it works in the same way in Snap Engage as well. Yeah.
So that's how it's done. So is that will work for us by clicking what?
So when you put the widget code in, just go to installation and web. Check this box, capture and update customer details in real time. This will update the code at the top, and then copy and paste this code, and then that will capture the details for you.
Okay, so we've already copied and pasted the code in, so we have to go and do it again.
Yeah, just make sure you select this box, and that would allow you to capture and basically capture customer details in real time.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, sure. So I'll go back to this. Did you manage to check out maybe the co-browsing or anything like that?
Well, yes. I mean, that's really the thing that we're most interested with you guys. We're noticing that the co-browsing doesn't work that well on our editor.
Okay. Could you send me the link to your editor so I can check it out myself?
Yeah, it's editor.spiff. Oh, here we are. I'll send it to you now. How do I send you it?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
There we go.
Awesome. Okay. Sure. So let me once this editor loads, is there any login details I need, by the way?
Yeah, so you can use.
You can send them after if you want as well. That's fine. Because I'll probably check in like probably 2-3 hours.
Yeah. Actually, you can just sign up.
Okay.
Just sign up.
Sure.
Like go through that sign up process. I can't think of one off the top of my head.
Yeah. No worries. Let me do it in like 2 hours probably, and then I'll sign up and then I'll check your editor out, and then I'll get back to you straight away as well.
I'm interested in co-browsing and I'm interested in screen share for our corporates.
Sure.
Screen share seems to be the most stable, but I still haven't worked out how to use screen share. And co-browsing, it doesn't always seem to give me the option. And it doesn't work on mobile.
The screen share?
No, co-browsing doesn't work on mobile.
Co-browsing, yeah. Okay, let me check this because it should be. So the main difference I just want to make you aware of the co-browser and screen share is the fact that the co-browse, of course, there's no downloads in co-browse. You don't download anything, and it's cross-browser. Screen share is only on Google Chrome and Firefox. And for example, if the customer does not have an extension, then they will need to download that. It does just take 10 seconds, and it's kind of, you don't really see anything download. It's just an extension on Chrome and Mozilla Firefox. But that's important. So
install it.
Sorry?
Does it automatically ask them to install it?
Yes, it automatically asks them to install it. They go ahead and click OK, and then like a few seconds later, the screen share will start automatically.
Okay. So the screen share is more stable than the co-browsing, but it involves a download.
It involves that download, yeah. So typically, like for example, if I go ahead and click screen share, and I can request the customer their screen, or I can share my screen. So I can go, share my screen, and if I share my other screen, I can just go ahead and click share, and then I can see it in real time. But this is because I have the extension already downloaded, so it's very minimal effort straight away. But yes, that's the main difference between co-browser and screen share.
Does screen share involve a chat, like as in a call? Can you talk like we're talking now?
With screen share, yes, you can have voice call. So you can, for example, if I click voice call here, and then answer as a voice call here, this will create the scenario like we're speaking at the moment, and then I can kind of go to screen share and do the same thing. Share my screen, share screen 1, and then we can be talking and sharing the screen at the same time. So just bearing in mind though, obviously screen share is on Google Chrome and Firefox.
That's okay. Yeah, that's okay. For our corporates, that will work.
Sure.
We can install it.
Sure.
Advance onto their front ends, and
sure.
Easier for us to chat with them and to problem solve for them.
Sure, makes sense. So one thing that's really important as well here, I feel like once you do, for example, save customer details here, they do get transferred to your profile environment. So for example, if I just minimize this and I go to profiles, it will start populating this area with the customers you have conversations with. So like everything will just kind of get saved in this space. So for example, like, I'm here now, you can see everything. I think this was a message I had sent to you, I think 16 minutes ago. I believe you had a demo and I sent the link. So that would probably be in you. If you log in, you'd probably see this message straight away.
Okay.
So then sorry?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I'm just agreeing.
Yeah, it just all gets stored here as well. So then you can, send people messages from here, like in-app. So for example, I've sent an in-app message to yourself, and once you log in, you'll probably see these messages waiting for you in the application.
Yeah.
Any information, I can click full profile, just get a better understanding. So I can see signed up for an account, this account, and this the account number, and just get a bit of information on there as well. You will see, for example, the first time somebody was seen, the last time we spoke to them, any phone number, if they're a part of any groups. You just get like a bunch of information just come up straight away for yourself.
So are you recording this conversation through the Acquire app, are you?
So I'm using Zoom at the moment. So the reason we use Zoom for demos is so that we can show the agent side and the customer side. But if you wanted, we haven't released it yet. You can record conversations. It is something that we are launching very soon, I feel. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, look, that's great. So that's, if you can look into the co-browsing for me and just see whether,
I will.
it works. I know that I've been speaking to Ladaram. Is it Ladaram?
Yeah. Yes.
And he's been saying to me, like, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. He's been saying, because our editor is all in Java, our side is very heavy on JavaScript, right?
Sure.
Our editor is constant, like is basically people are designing on the web, right?
Yeah.
So he was saying that they need to do some more work to be able to make it more stable, but for sure the screen share right now would work better.
Okay, fine. Let me relay back with him and kind of see how long it would take. For example, if the screen share is an interim solution, for maybe like a long-term solution, then I will let you know that straight away. I know they are working heavily on the co-browse element and going through a lot of upgrades. So just let me get back to you on that. Either I would say it will take this long, and maybe screen share is something you use as a temporary solution. And then obviously, of course, the decision is yours as well to take.
And with screen share, can I take control of the user's screen?
So screen share, you can visually see the screen. You can't control it, but you can have the voice call conversation at the same time.
All right, no worries. Okay, good. That's great. Yeah. So what's the bot store?
Bot is just like a bot that we have. For example, it may or may not work now because I've already started a conversation. If I just go ahead and write, for example, hello. So I haven't replied to this. The bot has replied to this automatically. So it's just kind of like that. So if I write, for example, like a lot of questions usually start with what, when, do, so a few keywords. So for example, if I write what, then it brings up these kind of things here. And then the customer can, for example, select an answer, and then it will then provide the answer straight away. And in this use case, you actually redirect customers to the pricing page. So, and then you can just kind of set up your questions and answers in the bot store. Like if this is a question, if this is a similar question a customer asks, reply with this. I'm not sure if that's in your use case, but it is possible.
I definitely have a use for that. So what does it read? Does it have to be the exact sentence, or does it read?
It doesn't have to be the exact sentence, no. It will pick up, it's working on keywords at the moment. And you could have, like, for example, if I just go ahead and click this edit button here, you could have a question around co-browsing and have like multiple different ways, just a few different ways it can be asked with the same answer. So this is something you
But
can
it
have.
has
And
to be
this,
one of those, is it? Or is it looking for?
no, it's looking for keywords. Yeah, look for keywords. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. The reason why we've done this, for example, auto suggestion, is, for example, the fact that you can limit the errors.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So how do we
That's only available in the team package. This one, just for your reference as well.
which package?
This is in the team package. So in the team package, you get the bot as well included, plus 5 agents.
So explain to me while I've got you there. That key package this package. So that includes 5 agents. Is that right?
Yes. This package is on the annual package. So it averages $200 a month and includes 5 agents. Yes.
Okay, because when I tried to buy that, it was trying to charge me
Mm-hmm.
$480 a month. It was trying to charge me for the 5 agents separately to the $200 a month.
Okay, interesting. Okay, are you, for example, there's 2 ways you can.
Can you just click on
Sorry?
click on buy
Yeah.
now?
Let me open an incognito window just so it doesn't recognize my details. Because otherwise, I could click buy now and it would log me into my account. Abdul.io. It doesn't just log in. If you want, you can share your screen to me and then I can see what's happening.
Yeah.
Is that possible? I'll stop sharing my screen and it will just allow you to share yours. And then that's a bit interesting, actually. Thanks.
Where do I go to acquire?
Yeah, just type in app. App. Yeah, that's it. App.acquire. Perfect. I guess we're using a lot of bandwidth here on the internet.
Oh no, we use. Oh,
I think it's maybe there's 2 dots. It says .com. So in the .com, there's 2 dots.
Yeah. Okay, I think it's.
Oh.
Maybe, there we go.
Perfect. Nice. So there at the top where it says premium package, just click that.
Where is this at? Where? Our premium package.
Yeah.
So if we said
Okay,
that,
so T.
that's $250 a month. So see here.
Yeah, so that's my, yep, okay. Yeah, that includes the 5 already. So it says 5, so that's $250 a monthly if you pay, and the annual billing averages $200.
So annual billing.
So the reason why it says 480 there, so the annual billing is the $200 is average. Yeah. So it's $200 on average. So just 200 times 12, so it's 2,400. But I can see why that is confusing actually.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So when we're ready to go to that, then we can just buy that
Sure.
2,400, and that covers us for the entire year. Right now, we're on the
Yes, that
premium
covers you for that.
one that we're testing out, and
Yes.
and okay, and that's when we can get chatbots when we move over to this one.
Yeah. And the team package, if you need setting up on the chatbot, in our team package, we can spend some time just setting up the few questions with yourselves on the bot, and then at least you can get like a better understanding of it, and then you can kind of take it on.
Okay. All right. So let's go back to your screen. So should I stop sharing?
Sure. Yeah. I could probably do it from my perfect. Yeah. So from my screen, let me just go ahead and share again. Let me just close this page. So I'm thinking what else I can kind of go through here with yourself. I think one thing it will be useful is something we use outreach. Have you used this before?
No.
Okay, so this is quite cool. I feel, for example, if I go on the pricing page in a blank window again, um, it says like an automated message to the customer in real time. So if I come to this page, what it does is going to pop up an automated message like that. So what you can do, for example, is, if a customer is on this page, send them this message. If a customer is on this page, send them this message. So I can do, like, for example, if the visitor's page URL is, let's say acquire.io/live chat, then send them this message, would you like some help? And then you can kind of do stuff like that. Maybe you also want to do, for example, if let me just scroll down. So you can pick like a very variations of time. So maybe you want to do visitors time is greater than, let's say, 5, and that'll be 5 seconds. So for example, this is if the customer is on this page and they're on that page for more than 5 seconds, then send them this message.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I feel that could be quite useful in this when I'm looking at your website. I feel like, for example, if somebody comes on this page, or somebody clicks maybe start designing, then it could prompt them to say, when they get to the editor, you can prompt customers to be like, hey, would you like any help with using the editor, or would you like any, for example, assistance during your editing stuff? So you can reach out to customers proactively. Instead of them having to want to reach out, you can also reach out as well. And I feel that would help the conversion rate on the editor as well, because then once you reach out to customers, it'll just be more engaging for them.
Okay.
Yeah, so I feel that'd be quite useful.
So that's, and you can turn it on or off or add new. Okay, that's good. I get that. So let's go to now agents.
Sure. Agents is, I guess, fairly straightforward in the sense they're just the agents you have in your account.
Status, whether they're on or off, and I can add a new agent and I can assign them departments.
Precisely, yes.
Okay. And then the settings.
Sure. From the settings, I mean, the most used settings, I guess, obviously, operating hours. If you have any operating hours set, you can kind of just do them from here. Maybe like for example, have a customer, they always close on Thursday. On Friday, they might do certain hours. So you can kind of have all your operating hours there,
So
which is very useful.
So what if somebody's logs on during operating hours? Does it still not let them operate?
Yeah, if for example somebody's logged on and is out of the operating hours, it still won't allow a conversation to start.
Okay.
Yeah, operating hours will always kind of take over in that sense. Widget settings. Yes, they can leave the details. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I guess widgets. A lot of people see they go ahead and change the color of the widget to their brand. That's fairly straightforward here as well.
Okay. Now we've got an issue where we've used the widget. We don't want the widget to appear. So we've got a button in our editor that you click on live chat, and we've put that little tag in there. I think where did it go? Widget settings functionality. I think it is.
Yeah, precisely. Yeah, yeah, this one.
So I've done that one, but what happens is when we activate it, when the person clicks live chat and then they close the live chat, the widget comes back and it doesn't leave until they refresh the page.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, let me check because I think that might be a default setting. Let me write that down.
Because what happens with the widget
right now.
is it actually covers buttons on our platform.
Sure. Makes sense. Especially on the editor, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's like we use every part of the real estate at the bottom and the top, so we've got no room for a widget. That's why we hide it inside the left-hand menu bar with its own buttons. we want people to purposely click in there. This is on mobile and tablet experience. Certainly on desktop,
Sure.
desktop doesn't matter if the widget stays, but I mean, I think we want to make it, like universally the same. So,
I understand.
we have an option that says, don't let the widget reappear unless we send them a message or unless they
Sure.
start a conversation. So they start a conversation, they close it. There's got to be a way for them to get rid of the widget.
Fine. Let me just write that down. Perfect. I've written that down here. Widget does not hide in the hidden mode. Okay, cool. That makes sense.
Okay. All right. Well, that's really. Have you got any?
The email thing you started showing me yesterday, and we didn't have to do it. When you miss someone's message and then you email them, where did you get it from?
Oh, right. So can you go through that section where somebody sends a message when we're away? How do we
Okay. So when somebody sends you a message while you're away, right? So it will come into your, for example, filters. You can filters and it'll be like miss/offline chats. So here I can see that there's 2 messages that I've been left, right? So it's going to be the top customer here. So there you go. It's pre-selected for me. So these 2 messages here were left, and this is something it's getting a bit more for an improvement. But anything you miss, it will be displayed here. So every customer will come up straight away.
Mm-hmm. And so how do I respond to them?
Yep. Sure. So then you can respond to them, for example, within the widget, like this, and click in-app. And email, which we're just setting up, I think that'll be available on Saturday, but then you can do email as well. So if customers do leave emails, then you can send them emails straight away.
Okay, so this is an issue. We couldn't scroll down to the send button. We couldn't figure out how to scroll down to the send button on our one.
Okay. Do you want to try again now? If you don't mind?
Yeah, let's try it. So I'll share my screen now.
Sure. I'll just stop sharing mine. Awesome.
Okay, so if we
just go to profiles. Yep. There we go. Awesome.
Missed offline chats.
Okay, so if you go ahead and click, maybe was it you couldn't see the. Okay, and if you click email, you couldn't see the. If you just check the email box, can you scroll down for me there on that side?
Oh, look at that.
Okay.
It's not no to scroll.
No, I tried scrolling. It just doesn't know.
Yeah, it's fine. Sometimes it might.
You see the widget? What I mean, like, so sometimes, like, we've got buttons and it just sits over the top. And if you could move the widget, like, if I could just click on it and move it, then it'd be good.
Yes, understood.
I think at this point, I'd rather it just not appear unless a chat is started. So if I start a chat, it appears. If they click on the live chat button, obviously it appears. But once they close it, it should disappear again.
Yes, agreed. Especially in the hidden mode, I'll double check that for sure.
Okay. All right. Is there any other questions? No, I think we're good.
Perfect. Okay, so let me do this. Let me email you within the next few hours. I'm going to sign up and test the editor stuff out as well, and I'll speak to Lodorama as well, and then I'll email you probably in the next 3 to 4 hours. I'll shoot back an email straight away.
All right, no worries. Thanks for that.
Thank you.
Cool. Perfect. Thank you for your time. Bye, man. Bye-bye.